stand tall, find that big multi-kill round when he needs it most. I mean, just so ready for Trent there. Jonah P as well. Another 3K for the IGL of BLG. Sunset going to be picked by BLG. Pearl picked by G2. Icebox the decider if we get there.
You take a look at the agent select though. See that it's going to be pretty stock standard here across the board.
Also be pretty aware of what's going on. Held player.
Lurk here from K-Knight. Going to see if he can try to get the jump. Plays this out a little bit patiently, but it ends up costing him as Shaq red. Stops Catastrophe from striking now. 10 seconds remaining as the plant gets ready to come through. And for the safe one, Levius ends up pulling off of that. Now it gets taken down. The time is just not going to be on the side unless Russia.
Yesterday, what Russia is capable of. And he's popping off once again here to start. Oh my god, that is clean with a classic. Absolutely ridiculous. And Nephh, Trent and Valen ready for it.
Top flash through, tuck back, and Valen able to find one. Does get stunned up with a relay bolt, but looking to try to scale and pound him down. Eventually, Nephh will be able to come away with that kill. Jogamo now going to be spotted out in a main. They try to challenge him for the fight, but ends up losing it. Trent at the same time does find Levius. So a bit of a back and forth brawl brings us now into a 3v3. Set up Nephh, however, wants to try to take some space towards backside, but that is where everybody from G2 is at. Avoids the Han. Getting spotted out though, and will get gunned down as the C's flying there at his feet. K-Knight going to be good for one more. Russia quick on the reposition. 6 bullets have remained. Has to go for the reload now. 1v2, tucked to the corner. The double face will come in, so decent damage dealt here by Billy, but they cannot get the bonus conversion.
Pate that G2 might try to get a little bit aggro here towards A main, and that is just death. That is the end of Jonah P.
So understanding the tendencies of these players here. Similarly, Russia going to be able to find Jogamo.
BLG going to be doing their diligence, maybe.
Util aplenty, and no, hasn't been spotted out. The fast lane cuts off the drone, so he actually gets no information on this whatsoever. The longer that he waits, the worse it's going to be. Nephh, while trying to dodge the enemy Util, ends up catching line of sight.
You love the idea. The execution just not quite there, and Nephh really having a heater here. Another
one enemy
or a 3K for him, I should say. And he is LG. It's all on to Valen.
Bailed him out of so many moments down, but I mean, this is again BLG just looking to try to play around with some timings, with some lurks. As there you go, K-Knight tried to join in with the rest of the team. That's when the strike comes through. Now they find themselves 2 players down. The site has to be abandoned. The save call has to be made.
G2 can do about it, and this allows YZ to do a little bit of hunting, and he got underneath the cam, and he finds Jog.
I'm Shaq now the one at risk to push forward. Russia not going to be snappy enough to readjust. So K-Knight might try his odds, but YZ now get the spot out. Low on HP, but just slides across, just dancing on him. And now Trent is very much at risk. Levius surrounding. Sharks in the water. Trent cannot snap on for the headshot. It's a 4K from YZ.
Necessary. Big buy round here for G2.
Quick exit attempt there from Jogamo, but ends up on top of the box, and YZ just hounds him down so very quickly as Valen is dead to the Hunter's Fury. And it seems like everything that G2 attempt.
I know he's there. Maybe a little bit of a bait for Jonah P, and it works. Shaq finds one as well.
Down to a sliver of the spike, detonating YZ. Pushing forward, looking for the kill, and we'll be able to find it. Jonah P dead at the same time over at Market. Reroutes around to Boba. Ult's going to be invested. Nightfall getting the hit. Levius, however, holding his own. And now they know Trent's position, and there's nothing more that he can do. 8-1, BLG continue.
You still got Trent, you still got Valen, you still got Jogamo and Jonah P on that squad, and that is disgusting.
And Levius is just walking at him, and Shaq does well to go ahead and counter spray back through that cage. Valen tagged up for Russia. Similar HP, so across the board, fairly even as got the glimpse there. Finds the punish. It's going to be G2 in with the player advantage for the first time in God knows how long, but it doesn't last very long, unfortunately, as Valen does get taken down. Fragment going to be avoided. Shaq with a narrow little margin here, but they're not going for this plant spot, and I think YZ has spotted him. It's going to be Trent doubling up on the angle. Go ahead and clear out YZ. Not just Nephh and K-Knight. The timing to swing out. Nephh finding the first. Approach coming in from behind.
Last player.
It now goes down to the 1v1, and Jonah P tagged at the 33, and Nephh gets the job done. Timeouts be damned. BLG. Well, it is the null command here for the entry, so Showstopper can come into play. We see the rotation starting to come through. Valen striking. They know that he's going to be in smoke. They know that he's going to be in main. They know that judge was in play, and Shaq looking for a little bit more. Draws over to the classic. Jogamo on the approach here from behind, gets the spot out. K9 now in a rough position, and the headshot flies through. Two players left to contend with. The showstopper certainly could deal with one. Down below, YZ trying to trade it out, cannot do so. Nephh will fall, and that's going to be a second round win here for G2.
Waiting with that showstopper to end the round. It's a great kill there with the Guardian. Uses the boombot to set himself up.
One enemy.
Does so beautifully. Trent with the follow through. Cleared though. But B main control held here by BLG. This is going to be tough for G2.
Oh, slide in the corner, and YZ is actually ahead of his own relay roll. Does get stunned. Ends up cosing his life as Levius tries to hold down this site. Pops the cage. It's already been spotted. Trent able to clean it up. In here, as Trent and Shaq play together. But back across in towards Market. Swing on the corner. Headshot found. Trent the first. Another headshot connecting. K9 down so low.
But that B main control, just too much for G2 to deal with. You know, both teams just kind of ceding power points on the map.
One enemy.
BLG gives up top mid.
One enemy remaining.
G2 happy to take it, but with that B main control.
Scratching his head and wondering how the hell he's come away with that kill. G2 though, looking to try to break their way forward onto the side. K9 makes his presence known. Scale forward now in towards Boba. Nephh looking to hold the line. Cannot take down Trent. Now it's going to be the pivot call. Risha, hearing these footsteps, tries to strike. Gets a tiny bit of damage across, but cannot find the kill. Now the Hunter's Fury is going to be opened up, looking to intercept them, try to take them down here on the entry to the site, but are they able to arrive in time? This spike plant just there for Trent. He's able to get it, but now finds himself alone. The Nightfall invested versus 2. They backpedal away from it. Zero information with 33 HP. K9 now has spotted him out. The recon going to be sent. 3 positions, 3 swings, and cannot get it done. K9 will find it, and that's going to be 13-3. The most dominant showing yet here at EWC. As BLG take away their map pick of Sunset.
There we go. Oh, it is going to be the Tejo for Trent. So going back to that agent that he was so dominant on.
It's going to be the salvo sent. Thorns in, Jogamo on the hunt. Swinging around the back and immediately finds the headshot. Levius going to be taken down. It's going to be the device now displaced. Quick peek in, Risha instantaneously able to find that headshot, but the quick trade is there as Jonah P gets rid of Risha as well. Quick kills here for him on the fade. Flash over the top, decent connection. Now knows location of both players. Trent and Valen swing in, and Trent will be able to claim it. G2, quick TP forward, not wasting any time. Knows that there's going to be a player at alley, sees the other one here at the connector. Flash is now going to be sent. Bounds out of this one, but Risha is able to hold his own. Finds the kill there. Looks for a little bit more. Wall to intercept, but Shaq with that Sheriff. He recovered.
Oh, this flank.
YZ, first tap not connecting, but the follow-ups are damn clean. Two quick kills there, as it's going to be just about a flawless. Risha, the only casualty here for BLG as they prevent the bonus conversion.
He was all over this round from the beginning, putting pressure at A main, giving that map control over to BLG so they can make that quick lurk rotation and try to clear Art.
Just hitting the clone. Looking for a little bit more. Does catch a glimpse, but Jogamo quickly trades it back and trades it up as K9 and Levius both end up falling. Spike's still going to be on the floor there and out here for the moment, but G2, plenty of time and advantages to play around with this YZ.
A little bit of quiet before the storm.
Swing on the corner, and Risha needing to hit that headshot, cannot do so. His way back into this one. He wants to hold on to that weapon. TP Jogamo. Drifting across, but Balance snappy on the follow-up.
ID. The double from Jog. Just incredible. It's a little bit out from Master Util, and YZ's just slow creeping up. Pays the price, not anticipating. So does Nephh.
With a high-low. Salvo's going to be sent. There's the fake out. The turn back in, though. Get one apiece. Jogamo and Trent both can take it down. Shaq's position.
Look at this lurk.
And Nephh is reading it. Going to get the jump. Yes, he does.
Right at the entrance to site.
The Nano gets ready to fly. There you go. They see that coming through. They're going to try to Caterpillar forward, but Levius just goes ahead, sprays across, finds the 2 kills, and that's going to be flawless as BLG will find their second round win.
Damage just a scrape.
Oh, I see.
Boy.
Going to have to use the dimensional drift basically just to get out safely. Spotting here on the 2 players. Flash not really going to be connecting there. is behind him. They're well aware of this.
He didn't have a TP set up.
Go ahead.
Still does not. And that's going to be K-Knight now. Flush forward, sends that Nightfall forward, catches the glimpse of Jogamo. Pushes forward, but can't get the shorty out in time. Jonah P, however, is able to do so on the opposite side. Now K-Knight going to be dropped. Now chasing forward, but Jonah P still has the shorty. And things are starting to get far too chaotic here for BLG to deal with.
Under pressure, and he kind of has to hit the panic button there with his dimensional drift to survive, but he saw that turret, didn't really register that it was there, and he pops out of his drift, and
Remaining.
G2 doesn't care. They're like, oh, you're that far back, don't worry. Hey, back over to A, and
30
YZ
seconds left.
does have a gate crash set up. Jump onto the corner, finds one, but just doesn't have the time to try to escape. The Nebula can't get into that either. K-Knight similarly going to be taken down as Nephh wants to try to rush forward, but isn't ready in time. Allen already forward into the smoke. Now, no real way to try to dissuade, no real way to try to interrupt. It's just Levius with a stinger at dugout. Get on it right this second.
Move faster.
And wants to drum some interest back over in this direction. Smoke on A main, holding two at bay. Scale forward, turret's gonna get cleared out. They hear the stingers ring out. G2 well aware of what is facing them as Allen nearly getting spammed down as he comes back through the smoke. Why is he taking point over towards Art? Ends up along the wayside, swap to the Classic. This is just going to be chaos breaking out across this map. Weapons scooped up the Prowler to scout. Jonah P charging forward over towards main, stabilizes the spray, finds one. Rusha hits the transfer. He's down so low, and Jogamo will be able to get it done with a Classic of his own.
at the end of the round, able to get it done. K-Knight there as well, backing up Russia. My goodness, that was nasty.
The one rifle in hand. Try to stop them in their tracks. Finds the first, cannot get the second. Nephh now looking to intercept. They're still suspicious about this though. G2 with great awareness.
Last player standing.
Good damage dealt. Levius has to do it all to try to prevent this from going to map point. Close angle, finds the first. Talking about scooping up the Spectre and getting the job done. Not enough bullets in the mag. Levius falls and G2
Giving up on the fact that there could have been alert through water.
Ready.
That is such great discipline from G2, as you come to expect from this squad.
because of the positioning here. That turret not going to be able to do much of anything. Full flash on the Jogamo. YZ turns back, is able to find them both. Watches Valen out. As Nephh does get traded. Jonah P still here on high, coming away with kills. Sets up for Trent with the Classic. Get himself another. Still an opportunity to make a go of this. Shaq now. Phantom in hand. K-Knight trying to spam the angle, but he's decayed so very low. And that will be the closeout in thrifty fashion. Classic G2. They will take us the distance, not going down without a fight. The Sage, it's there, it's in play for Jogamo. No surprises. Shots out. Shock Dart looking to try to get some damage onto K-Knight, but plants up over the top, and YZ now going to be taken down. Jogamo eats some damage, but has the heal. Sheriff going to be recovered. Risha tucked in behind this harbor wall. Levy is able to find one, trading it back. Risha puts it to good use, finds a headshot on the Jogamo, but now starting to get overwhelmed and surrounded. This leaves just Levius to his own devices, the wall to fall, and so shall he. G2, 3 pistols now in a row.
Trying to get themselves sorted. Just being really patient on these angles. You know, keeping Rushia pinned in. Shaq finds his moment to strike. Had a really nice showing.
Spike planted.
See how BLG can respond.
Step over the top here at the screens, able to get the spot out. Shaq doing his damnedest to try to jump and dodge. The bullets cannot do so at the same time, though. Flank starting to be executed. Nephh in position to find the initial punish, but Trent just swoops in, finds the kill. Up and over the top of the rope here is YZ, starting to get a little bit chaotic with it. It's just 4 bullets remaining here in this Phantom. Jonah P manages to outdo him. K-Knight will be there for support. They close it out, but it's 3 players lost, so still. As Jonah P breaks open the flank. K-Knight needing to win the fight is able to do so now. Turn his sights back over towards this plant. He attempted to defuse. Spotting out 2 players for shit. Looking for the reposition. Right clicks flying. Jogamo going to be taken down. Nephh able to find Shaq at the same time. Now brings it to the 1v2. Hunter's Fury going to be used. If nothing else, a bit of a consolation prize here for G2. As the retap comes in.
Concentrate, Sova.
Looks for the kill, can't find it, but the timing just not going to be there. K-Knight with a nice headshot brings this one to its conclusion. And it's going to be BLG tying it up 2-2.
Gonna retake that position himself.
Turret playing him in. He's shutting it down. Tries to push forward. Looks like he was going to be sending it there on the pit. Jack looking to be the hero. Finds the timing onto one. Levius falling. Recon pings him out though, and YZ a little bit faster to get around the corner. TP back over towards Snowman here for Valen, looking to try to arrive as fast as he can as Hunter's Fury does get a connection as well as a kill. Russia dead, but it's still being watched for. The timing, however, right as Trent turns away. Part. All to do here for Valen. Shock dart. Ends up getting botched a little bit. Paranoia connecting. K9, no clue where he's at. Valen strikes, looking for the clutch. YZ, just the classic. It's going to be good enough. The parity, 3v3. The spike gets ready to be planted. Already 2 players from G2 in position to try to reply. And Valen almost finds himself a second elim.
You should run.
Do they expect Shaq here? No, they do not.
Spike
Falls down to
planted.
5. Pipes in front of 410. Hearing the double drop. Knows they're both going to be backside. Doesn't want to make any noise himself. The wall now going to be raised. Knows that he has to ride up over the top. Tries to fake that one out. Gets a spot onto one. But even if he had gotten the kill on the Shaq.
A Guardian, but...
Dogamo forward in tube. Waiting for the peak. There's the drop down. Can't quite reset the spray.
Here.
It's decent damage across onto YZ. Regen shield is there, but so is Trent. For the corner clear. Valen able to find it. Quickly does get overwhelmed and traded out. Ready to go on the prowl. Sees the gun barrel. Spike now. Down on the floor. Trade not possible. Levius wanting to clear the angle, but as he does, there's far too many players. Trent comes away with 3.
Criminal here. Bang, you can hear those footsteps right behind him. Shaq plays that so well, and Trent with a 3K. That is so well done.
And Jogamo is not even letting any credence to the idea of it. He is wanting to fight, and he is profiting from that idea. Nearly getting timing, challenges right back in, and Jogamo. If there was any doubts after sunset, I think those have been quelled. Oh, elbow spotted. I think YZ had been noted, but now Trent
Player standing.
doesn't have him dead to rights because Shaq does, and there you go. The 1-2 punch refused to come through. 7-5 at the half. G2
Here.
is going to end up being greedy. Oh, finds one. Does get taken down, but some damage found that'll force the heal. Nephh has not seen him miss them on the cross because he was backpedaling. Now the scale forward. Tries to get the jump there onto Valen. Cannot get the punish on the Jogamo either. Shaq will be taken down. Levius finding one, finding 2. Goes for the reload. Now it's all on Jaw. Heal back available. Timing there for him, but the weaponry certainly is not. Spike planted, looking for the first. Finds one, but cannot get any more. BLG.
Smoke goes up behind him from Russia. They're ahead of the curve. Wall should make this a pretty safe plant.
Get this through. YZ though, just that blind spray. Trent ends up swinging into it. Loses his head, and obviously
Cover going out.
you know, that red should still come through, but Russia, this guy with a classic, it's just a deadly combination. Ping now gets to reveal Shaq forward here. Outside of the harbor wall, falls as Russia once again strikes, praying that he gets a kill. But yet, reads it incredibly well. Just says, okay, I know where you're at. I know you're gonna be stuck in there.
Oh. 1 enemy remaining.
He's getting run down. He might just be able to escape. No, Levius there, out of tube, able to find the kill. Spike plant now. Coming through here for G2, Valen up over the top. Paranoia at the ready, sending it towards screen. Doesn't, however, connect on Russia, has out wide. I think maybe he thought that wall segment was still intact, but it was not. Juggernaut now up and over the top, looking for that second kill, but cannot hit the transfer. And BLG close it out and get to double digits.
1 enemy remaining.
K-Knight ends up on the rafters. You had Russia tucked in behind the stage wall, able to use that piece of utility against his opponents.
Out. They're gonna get cleared. Nephh wanting to try to keep that attention over towards him on this flank instead of forward onto the site. Pit now gonna be invested. Some spam though, and Levius He's able to find one. Shaq gonna be taken down. Gonna be answering back. Rusha on the floor. The pit still intact. Risky.
You will not kill my
Sends it, but there's a pixel. And YZ, he collects. Ping revealed. Counter spam is gonna be there. Jonah P able to trade this one back. Keeps him in with the advantage. Stinger that he has. Positions, closes the gap. A bit more. Paranoia sent. Quick clear on the dart. No ping reveal. Up and over the top. Goes K-Knight, but Trent will be able to go ahead and hold his own. Spike now being planted. It's a weapon swap. Only has 8 bullets. And Nephh will be able to find one more kill, but cannot bail them out. Cannot clutch it. Minor tag. Jonah P just saying tucked away. Challenges back in for the fight. Finds some more damage on the YZ, but cannot get that elimination. A shock darts here at Jogamo's feet. Absolutely tear him asunder. Valen will take it down similarly, so now player advantage is going to be there, and the Hunter's Fury will connect. Spike does get planted for BLG. The push forward, finds the first. Ends up splitting the difference.
Taken out.
Trent with a fadeaway shot, looking for a little bit more. Finds the kill, nearly gets K-Knight. And with YZ at 33, he would have had a very solid shot of clutching it out, but instead, it's going to be BLG shouting out their teammates, their comrades rather, over on the side of Wolves. Should know. But this is where they're going to be at, and Jogamo has the read. We're going to be taken out, but they're responding fire from BLG. It's looking like it's far too much. Hunter's Fury ends up getting cleared, but it's all on Jonah P now on this flank. Nephh trying to close the gap in from behind. The slow creep forward. He's riding the rope, and BLG are riding off into the sunset as they keep themselves afloat here at EWC.
Would you like to come down here and crush a key?
当然想，我想把别人都镶嵌在我们 BLG 的底座下面。
Let's go do it.